Herzlich willkommen. Today a new update in this beautiful inflationary bull market where the sky is the limit and everything goes up as it's up only. Today we're discussing Bitcoin and Ether first, and in the second update of this afternoon we're going to discuss Cardano. Unfortunately no webcam yet, but approximately tomorrow or the day after we will be back, including the camera. So yeah, that's right now the fact. So we're going to do a small update. We're going to discuss golden crosses and such. But before that, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also do not forget to like this YouTube update. If you enjoy the content, that will be great. Thank you very much. And also don't forget to check me on Twitter and Instagram, as I'm posting daily content there. Let's just go through the chart. Bitcoin is seeing a very beautiful bounce up. Bears would say, yeah, I mean, lately we've also seen a nice bounce up from 44 to 48. We do see the exact same, so it's a lower high, and we're going to have continuation south. True story. However, crucial levels all across the markets are currently holding as support. With Bitcoin, the exact same fact. So the crucial area of support is currently sustaining as support, which is the area around 40k. I've also mentioned along the way that the level that we should be holding is the region between 38 to 40k. If that is sustaining support, I guess we are done with the correction. And I think we are. Especially given the fact that China is coming into play to save the economy. But as I discussed earlier, you should be aware of the fact that this is one of the first signals that we might be getting into the end game. So I'm assuming that we will still be seeing one big bull cycle on the markets a la 2013-2014 cycle. But after that, we probably have a sustainable bear market as the economy and the equity markets will be crashing as well. If you would like to see some more content on that, please comment beneath and I'll be producing that as soon as possible. So, looking at the price structure of Bitcoin at this stage, we can see that 38 to 40k is currently sustaining as support here. And that is just great, but we also see that we're fighting resistance at this stage. You could arguably say that we are currently breaking the resistance, as then you're focused on 43.8k to 44k, but right now we're just fighting it. And I think 44.6 is indeed a very important level to watch, but the more important one to watch is whether we are going to break through this entire region. I think that that's the actual breaker to break this entire structure. So at this point, Bitcoin is fighting 44.6k, but it's still possibly making lower highs, lower lows. So I would not be surprised when we get already towards 47k, and I would also not be surprised if we are going to get a higher low after that, through which we are back into the range. If Bitcoin reverses and doesn't crack 44.6k, we have to watch the lower time frames, and in that assumption, we have to start looking at potential levels that you want to get into the markets, and I've discussed that previously. That is the entire region around 42k. However, yesterday we've discussed the maximum pain scenario, which is the fact that once we break through and reverse the markets, you don't really want to have a very long consolidative period, because then you're giving people a chance to get back into the markets. And it's very comparable to the bounce that we've had here. So I would not be surprised that we are just going to continue moving towards the highs around 47 to 48.5k at this stage. Especially when you're zooming out on the markets right now, the weekly candle might even turn green. It is a beautiful candle, and this candle shows that there is heavy buy pressure on the lows. So there's heavy buy pressure, meaning that this corrective move has just been a very normal and standard correction after an impulse wave, as usually you want to get one, and finally we've got one, but it came as a surprise, as majority was not expecting it. So in that fact, I think we are done with the correction, especially if the weekly is going to end like this. What are we going to expect from that? I think a little bit more consolidation, through which altcoins will do well. before we're going to make a big breakout upwards. So looking at the price structure of Bitcoin at this stage too, we can also see that we are holding the 100 MA as support. And we've discussed the topic of dead cross and golden crosses, right? So we've stated, hey, dead cross happens. Are we going to have a longer bear market? Well, the actual bear market already took place as the crash took place here. Funny story, if you look at the price action initially here in this impulse move, you can see that the price structure was destroyed by making a new lower low, making a slight bounce back up, rejecting at resistance, heavy crash south, consolidation, breakout up. What we see in the recent price action is heavy run upwards, crash south, through which this construction in the recent low was taken, through which liquidity was taken there, but also the entire market structure on that perspective was taken. Bounce back up, rejection at previous resistance, and another crash south, through which we are currently just consolidating. The only difference we are going to get most likely is that I'm not expecting new lows to be made. I'm expecting that we're going to make a higher low, after which we are going to see continuation on the markets. But the topic about dead cross and golden cross, dead cross crash already took place, after which consolidation happened and a breakout up. Golden cross happens here, but the actual move of the markets almost fully has taken place already. With the current price action, if we're going to hold the 100 MA, we might be getting a slight dead cross here once again. But I'm assuming, and that's just what I discussed, is that the critical resistance that we have to break through is this entire block here. So if we get this corrective move and bounce towards 47k, I think we're going to have some slight consolidation through which the moving averages will be compressing, and then we're going to have a breakout up and the entire bull cycle continues to move. Until here, until the all-time high, altcoin game. After the all-time high, I think Bitcoin will be accelerating, and you don't really want to be in altcoins, I assume. So until then, it's a party time for the altcoins, and that's why I'm assuming that October, November and December will be absolutely crazy. But ultimately, I assume that the top of the markets will be in April to 2022. Looking at Ether, pretty much the same view, right? So we are looking at the price structure here. We also did just see that it's between the moving averages. So nothing changed here, meaning that I will be assuming some slight consolidative period. So the levels are still standing. If you want to get a position into Ethereum, I think the three levels to watch are 28, 29 and 3K, all levels to watch. So this entire region that we have here is probably the zone that you want to look for a potential higher low structure, maybe a little bit lower. But that's where you want to look at for a potential entry point. And also the resistance that we have to crack through is around 3.45k. If that one breaks, I think we're going to take the high here as well. So that is my update for today. Should you be buying crypto at this stage? I think you still should be doing it, but your horizon should be maximum 3 to 8 months, as then we probably assume that we're going to get a bear market once again, as the inflationary system will not continue to last. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll be back later today with an update on Cardano, and I'll see you again soon with the new updates. And don't forget to subscribe.